I remember my dad telling my husband, you need to make sure this is what you're going to do, because only a crazy guy would go into farming because there's so many risks. My name is Letra Baldwin. We are a grain-growing family farm. We're operated by my parents, Marlon and Olive Brown, and my husband, Harold, and I. And we're fortunate because we have the help of our daughter, Amy, and her husband, Todd. Even though they have full-time jobs otherwise, they manage to help us. Our farm is approximately 500 acres, all grain. We are located in Chancellor Township, York County, Pennsylvania. Right now we're farming 55 acres of wheat, 270 acres of corn, and 175 acres of beans. My grandfather bought the farm that we currently are on in 1946. My father started farming with my grandfather when he was just a little boy, and my husband and I joined in 1979. And at that time, there was 3 generations working on the farm. Today, we still have 3 generations working on the farm. So it really gives us this kind of a sense of history and heritage. And it's nice to know that the family farm has been here so long. And when you're a family farm, you face the challenge of not only being business partners, you also got the added pressure of being family. So you kind of don't want to get in a battle of wills to see who. So we're fortunate here on our family farm that I think because we have such a close personal relationship with each other and being a family that we usually don't have disagreements and we all kind of agree on everything. For me, being the paperwork person and the handling of all the crop insurance information and all the information for FSA, I get a little bit better handle on what's going on than they sometimes do. They know what's going on out in the fields, but they don't always on a daily basis knowing what kind of production we've got coming in because I'm the one that's figuring all that out. So it is a challenge. I think you each find your niche of what you do best on the farm, but you also have to be able to do anything and everything that needs done. I think one of the biggest challenges is the same thing every farmer faces is the fact that you can't control the weather. We don't know whether we're going to have a lot of rain, too much rain, you can't plant, you can't harvest. So one of the challenges, I think, is trying to find ways that you can financially afford to do some technology, but still be able to make some money at it. For us, the AgriVac system, which is a system that blows the grain up into the wet bin, and then having a continuous flow dryer, having the ability to have the bins store. And then on the other side, when we have soybeans and corn in the fall, it gives us the opportunity when prices drop so low at harvest to hold that until later on in the year when prices go back up. Crop insurance to me it's like that safety net that you know's there all the time. We've had to use it in the past. We've had some bad years. I like crop insurance because crop insurance is so flexible nowadays that you can make it fit your situation and what you can afford financially. We actually carry different levels on different crops. We carry wheat, we actually carry revenue protection and yield protection, where on our corn we carry a higher percentage of it, but we don't carry revenue, we only carry yield protection. It's one of the things that we had to sit down and we carefully looked at all our numbers and decided what worked for us, what we could financially afford, and still feel that we had the safety net that we needed. The biggest key in crop insurance nowadays is finding an agent that is understanding, that you can work with, and that really is there for you when you do have something go wrong and you do need to file a claim and follow through. And yes, I know I've heard a lot of farmers say, oh, it's so much paperwork. I'm the one that handles all that, and honestly, there's not a lot of paperwork. It's not that complicated. Crop insurance is there. The year that we had to do it, we had such a terrible loss on the one farm. I mean, you're not going to get rich on crop insurance unless you carry an awful lot, but if you carry what you can afford, it gives you enough to buy the seed for next year, to be able to know that you're going to put a crop in the ground next year. I think that's a vital part of being able to sleep at night when you worry about what's going to happen to the crops that you have in the fields. I think there's a feeling inside a farmer. It's that satisfaction of planting something and watching it grow, and you actually have to love being a farmer. I mean, there are days that it's hot and dirty and dusty and you just think you can't go another hour, but you do. But then there's those rewards when you see all your grain in the bin, it's safe, you know you're getting a decent price, and it's a sense of that fulfillment.